All right, so just wanted to make a quick video message to Donald Trump. Sure, he'll never see this video, but hey, you know, we can always try. Uh, anyway, I've been making videos about the Democrats for many years now, probably going back to 2018. I think that's when, maybe that was when I first started making videos. And I was telling everybody about the dangers of the Democrat Party. And now it's come to fruition. The insurrection is at hand. You got 10,000 people protesting in Los Angeles, and if you don't think that's not going to spread across the United States, the Democrats imported 20 million illegal aliens, an army. They've got their own army now, okay, across the United States. And Republicans and everybody else, you know, everybody just wants to ignore it. They just want to go along with their happy lives and think, oh, well, you know, so what if the Democrats brought in 20 million people, you know, cartels, drug cartels, fentanyl, killing 100,000 Americans, you know, no big deal. Oh, yeah, you know, we can just go to our jobs and stick our head in the sand and go to church and take care of our neighbor, right? Oh, yeah, that's what we need to do. We don't need to worry about the fact that the Democrats have been planning an insurrection across the country, you know. And in the meantime, Trump, you know, we're going to fight Russia. We're going to fight Iran. We're going to fight China, you know. And of course, we've got the alliance now between Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. Okay. Oh, no big deal. We can fight them all, right? We couldn't even, well, I mean, I just want to tell you, we couldn't even defeat Yemen. You understand what took place there? We bombed them for about 30 some days. Guess what? We ran out of ammunition. Those carriers needed to go in and rearm. But because the Biden administration, by design, because I'm telling you, the Democrats have been planning this for quite some time. They want the overthrow of the United States government as a constitutional republic. They basically want to establish their authoritarian government. If you don't believe that, then, well, I've got some swampland here in Florida for you. But anyway, so yeah, they brought in 20 million illegal immigrants, and they gave all our weapons to not only Israel, which, by the way, is not our ally. A lot of people think in the United States that Israel is our ally. We have no treaty with Israel. And of course, we have been alienated as a result of the Biden administration, that the extermination of the Palestinians. I made a video on that. If you haven't watched that video, you can go back in my X feed or back in my videos where I talk about the extermination of Gaza or the genocide of Gaza or whatever you want to call it. I mean, when you're killing 2 million people, and of course the United States, a lot of Christians here just going like, no big deal. They're just sand niggers, right? Sand niggers. They, you know, these Palestinians need to go away because all the Palestinian citizens do is they just support Hamas. Hamas is supposedly a terrorist organization, which, by the way, Israel created. Many Americans don't know that. So, you know, because they were trying to, you know, counterbalance the Palestinian Authority. And so they created Hamas. And then Hamas became more popular within the Palestinian population. But, of course, October 7th, which a lot of lies have been told about, they just used that as an excuse to exterminate the Palestinians. And Trump's going right along with it. Amazing to me. I can't believe that the American people are going along with the extermination of the Palestinian population. But hey, who am I to argue, right? Sand niggers. Who gives a fuck? All right, so let's get to Ukraine. All right, so we wanted to defeat Russia, or the Biden administration did, or the Democrats did. Okay, we sent $300 billion, or however much. I mean, probably we're at $400 billion at this point of American taxpayer money. I mean, if you're an American taxpayer, wouldn't you think that, you know, the average person would just be somewhat outraged at the fact that, you know, $400 billion of your taxpayer money went to Ukraine? Wouldn't you be somewhat outraged as an American citizen that the Democrats brought 20 million illegal aliens into the country? Many of them young men of war-fighting age, Chinese, I mean, you name it, every country across the world. Wouldn't you be offended, I mean, if you're an American citizen, that the Democrats were killing upwards of 100,000 Americans with fentanyl every freaking year during the Biden administration? You know, do you have a Democrat neighbor? Did they object to this at all? I don't think so, man. I think they just kind of said, oh, this is a good thing. We hate America because Democrats hate America and they hate you. If you're a patriotic American citizen, if you're a patriot, Democrats hate you. I'm going to tell you that. You got a Democrat neighbor, they would just freaking want to shoot you and spit on your freaking body, your dead body. And do you think they'd bury you? Oh, hell no. They'd just feed you to the pigs, man, or made you feed you to a bear. You got a Democrat neighbor? I wouldn't go along with them. I wouldn't even associate with a Democrat at this point. Now, we got 10,000 people revolting in Los Angeles. Now, what do you think that's all about? Okay. And then, of course, New York. You think them 20 million illegal aliens, that the army that the Democrats imported into the United States is not going to take place? And what has Trump done? I mean, where is Tulsi Gabbard? Where is Pete Hexas? Okay. All right. So I heard today Trump, in fact, activated 500 Marines. Finally. After 3 days of chaos in Los Angeles. What the freak are 500 U.S. Marines going to do against 10,000 people? Now, if Trump took the gloves off and said, hey, shoot them all. Okay. I guarantee you the Marines could probably deal with the situation and those people, assuming they're not armed, but I imagine many of them could get to their weapons. It'd be a hell of a fight. And I imagine the Marines would all die. I guarantee you, I don't think 500 can stand against 10,000. Now, they'd probably kill about a couple thousand, 2,000, 3,000 up front before everybody weaponed up, because, we got nothing but guns here in the United States. And then, of course, the fight would start coming back, and somebody said, well, that's more than enough to take care of the situation. And, of course, we've got the pussies in the National Guard. I heard today that the National Guard commander, he was talking to that mayor, that Marxist lunatic that runs Los Angeles, and told her he's not going to obey Trump's orders to try to quell the riots that are taking place in Los Angeles. That's who your National Guard is, so you can't depend on them. So, okay, I would like to think that we can still depend on the Marines. I don't know. After the Biden administration, they got rid of most of the patriots that were in the military with the COVID shots and everything else. And by the way, that's a video that I'm working on. I'm doing it in dedication to a friend of mine who just died of myocarditis, which I think was caused by the jab, which the Biden administration made mandatory for the pharmaceutical companies. You think that the Democrats are your friend? You think a Democrat is not evil? I'm telling you right now, you've got a root. And then, of course, we got Trump. We're going to start a war with Iran. Do you know how many missiles Iran has? They would just freaking wipe our bases out all around the Middle East. And then what are we going to do? We're going to go nuclear? We're going to hit tactical nukes? You think Russia, China, North Korea are going to stand by with their nuclear weapons? Maybe Pakistan might enter into it. You think that, and of course we got Turkey on the other hand, and so we're gonna what are we gonna tactically nuke Iran because they just killed all of our troops that are in the Middle East? Bring the damn troops home, Trump. We need to defend the homeland. Do you understand the Democrats have instituted an insurrection in the United States? I mean, what the freak are you thinking about, man? And of course, then we want to go to China. Let's go to war with China. Yeah, you think that our Navy is going to go halfway around the world. Now, if you don't know a damn thing about logistics, okay? All right, yeah, our Navy will probably put up a good fight for maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. I don't know what's on those ships. But then all the munitions are going to be gone. And where are they going to resupply? Do you think we have munitions just sitting in Japan, which we probably have a few, or in Mega Garcia on the island? Yeah, there's probably some munitions there. How long do you think they're going to last? The Biden administration gave everything to Ukraine. Okay? We got very little left in conventional weapons. So what's the alternative here? The alternative is only go nuclear. And that's the end of the world. And of course, it seems like the elites want that. They got their bunkers underground. You got a bunker? I don't think I have a bunker. I got my house. By the way, I got hurricane-proof windows. I wonder if they would stand up against a nuclear bomb. I don't think so. But, you know, I'd like to think as if I'm on the outskirts of the nuclear explosion. But of course, then the fallout and everything else, you know, and of course the nuclear winter with the clouds rolling over. Doesn't seem like the American people to give a shit about this. So Trump has become the war president. I call him genocide done. He wants the killing of all the Palestinians, and he's continuing the war in Ukraine. Do you think that war in Ukraine could continue without U.S. support? Do you think that the bombing inside Russia of the 2 trains and their strategic bombers took place without CIA support? Do you know who the CIA is? They are the most dishonest, ugly people that you would ever want to meet. They are taught that they have to lie about everything. You think, what was that press secretary that Biden had? I don't know, the gay, lesbian, black lady, whatever, you know, she was a great liar. That's what Democrats are. Democrats are all liars. All right? I'm just telling you, we have to pull out of these foreign conflicts. We have to bring our troops home and get out of all this idiocy around the world and defend the United States against the insurrection that's taken place by the Democrats that has been engineered here. And it's going to be hard because I'm going to tell you, a lot of those troops overseas, a lot of troops everywhere, they're going to be part of the insurrection. That's what the Democrats have engineered. They've been working on this for a long time. Do you remember that we fought a civil war against the Democrats back in 1860? That's when it started. Okay? Do you think they ever stopped trying to plot to overthrow the United States since 1865? Of course, every time they got a Democrat president like Woodrow Wilson or whatever, they whittled away at the United States, the United States Constitution. They've been at this for 200 years, and now we are at the climax. Trump, bring the troops home, find out who's loyal, and let's save this country. Peace out. Stay free.